It's an Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. I'm preaching officer 50 bars off a car, filling in for the captain. I might have short till it gets here. And this is the Tuesday Brotherhood scripture breakdown. The Brotherhood is needed, is absolutely needed in today's time. Why? Because the Lord told us to gather ourselves together, O ye nation, not desire. Let's get that in the Bible real quick. Again, I'm a praising officer 50 Barzara Cobb. And it's they coming from the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yahanna. Been teaching the truth since 1969. There is no other affiliation with no other Hebrew Israelite group you see out there embarrassing themselves, you understand, embarrassing Israel, trying to teach, you understand, what has already been taught in the school, but was twisted with wickedness, twisted up with their own lust. You get what I'm saying? Might as well say those other Israelite schools or those other Israelite gather groups, you understand? They are Christians. They're just other churches, baptism churches, whatever you want to call it, man. You know, there's a reason why we don't associate with everybody else, because just the same way you don't associate yourself with somebody else, you know, that has a different rule set from you, right? Like, I'm not going to go associate myself with a house that has a totally different rule. We don't know. The reason why we say we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group is because we don't know what goes on in their house. You understand? We don't follow those things that they want. We can't speak up for those, you understand, individuals who feel as though, you know, what they have to do is go out among the world. You get what I'm saying? They go out among the world trying to teach I.S.U.P.K. You know, that's where they get the information from. But then they twist it with their wickedness, their desires, their lust. You understand? Saying it's okay to rape women, you know, stuff like that. Saying it's okay to marry heathen women. You know, all this stuff is related to, you know, a person's desire, you know, their lust, their sexual desires, right? But you know, it's important because again, in Zephaniah 2:1, matter of fact, that's what we're gonna get. If you got that Bible, let's hear it.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Say, gather yourselves together. Gather yourselves together. Israel, gather yourselves together. That blacks, the Latinos, the Native American Indians, we didn't say be a whole different body. We didn't say be a whole different, you understand, teaching. We didn't say do your own thing. The Lord said, gather yourselves together because we are a house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to associate myself with someone whose house rules are totally different from mine. We don't live together. We don't.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
And this was reiterated again. He said, gather together. Listen to what I'm saying. You, gather together. O nation not desired. Who's the nation that's not desired here in America, man? Who's the nation that's not desired here in this world, in these times, this society? The blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. We are not desired here. You can go outside in your front step, you know, wherever you're located at, and go to the, matter of fact, go ahead and go to the store right now with this, you know, coronavirus popping off, whatever the case is. They didn't want you niggas in the store anyway. You get what I'm saying? So the Lord told us to gather together for a reason, to avoid things like this. Everybody's, you know, freaking out and all this, that, and third. You get what I mean? Because this is happening. You know, everybody want to prep and get ready, you know, try to protect themselves from the coronavirus, you know. But what was that? Like, what was you protecting yourself when you had unprotected sex, you understand, dealing with whores? Matter of fact, when you just having sex with whores, right? You worried about protecting yourself? You understand? Are you sisters worried about protecting yourself when you come outside? It's about to get nice, right? They about to start dressing like, you know, they inside the house. They don't come outside looking like they still inside the house. You think that's a protective way of looking? You understand? When you got lust-filled men, you got pedophiles all over the place, rapists all over the place. You understand? You can type this up in your phone and figure out who has a sex charge in your neighborhood, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to find these things out. The Lord said, gather yourself together because we have rules. You can't be a whore and be in this house, man. You can't be a homosexual and be in this house. You can't be a liar. You can't be a thief. You can't be a coward when you're living in this house, man. The Lord said, gather yourself together, O nation not desired, man. They not here desired. 2020, don't ever think that we desire here in America, because why? When you think that you're equal with the white man, you get what I'm saying? He shows you that you're not. You know what I'm saying? As much as it's your kids to get up to that position, you want to get with the white man. You want to be friends with the white man. You want to have, you know, white friends and all that. They know they don't desire you in their heart. You understand? Like in their heart is straight evil, wicked. You understand? Unrighteousness, man. And when you follow these other nations and these other people, then you start to pick up on that spirit. I don't understand why these Israelite groups out there when they think that they're following the doctrine that's for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Not following it because you know who you teaching it to, right? Who you supposed to be teaching it to are the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but you make it though as this is a religion. You get what I'm saying? We don't practice religion, man. We don't have religion. We have laws, statutes, and commandments. We have a heritage. We have culture. We give black people culture. So when the Israelite groups out there is out there separating from this body that started out at 1 West 125th Street, established in 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA, and you are not gathering yourself together. You're not living Zephaniah 2:1, man. You know, you go out there and try to teach Israel, but you're not even living like how Israel's supposed to live. I don't get it. You know, when you say it's okay to rape women, you understand that is not according to the Bible, man. You understand? Any person that rapes a woman deserves death. You understand? Any person that rapes a woman deserves death, man, in Israel. You know, and that's how we supposed to protect each other. We gather together, that's how we protect each other. Because the Most High will protect us. Read on, Ibad.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass, as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
See, the day of the Lord's anger is today, and thus forth forevermore, man. From, since 400 years, man, the Lord's been angry with us, man. But these times right now, in America and all over the world, man, that the Lord anger is pouring out, you understand, over the world right now. Because why? We didn't choose to gather together. We want to live like a damn white man. We want to live like the oppressor. We think that we got a chance in America being successful. You get what I'm saying? And shout out to Slacky, Officer Makabab down in Pittsburgh, man. We went out Pittsburgh. The slaughter weekend was crazy thorough. Shout out to Captain Cobb, shout out to Captain Posh. We was out there having, there's a lot of, I don't want was out there blazing, doing the work of the Lord. Shout out Captain Ariel, you understand? Slacky. Slacky as well. Again, shout out to Captain Ariel was there. A lot of other brothers was there. Officer Dawah, so many brothers I can name. We went out there and did the Lord's work. And what happened was we went out there and told Israel exactly how to is to gather yourself together. Again, because the fear, anger of the Lord is pouring out all over the world right now. And the only way, we'll be able to see it and be protected is if we apply Zephaniah 2:1. It's a reason we have to apply these scriptures, not only just say the scriptures, only here in the Israelite school I.S.U.P.K, but you can talk these scriptures, talk how to break them down, learn the context, you know what I'm saying? Like not just using scriptures. That's what Christians do. Christians scream John 3:16 all damn day, and just because John 3:16, we think the Bible. It's like. So let's get it again. Again, let's get it from the top, all right, Bob. Just get this down in the back. Go ahead.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together. The Lord said, gather yourself together, man. Don't be separate. Don't be an individual. Don't go find something to go do by yourself. Don't go thinking that the Lord is talking to you and you're damn wrong, telling you, you saying you reporting to your house, and the Lord ain't talking to you, man. The Lord is not giving you the breakdown, because if he was talking to you, what are you doing for your people? If the Lord is telling you what to do for Israel, why aren't you doing it? You understand? The Lord said, gather yourself together. Gather yourself together. Go ahead.
Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. Who's that nation we talking about? Who's the nation that the Bible is talking about? The Bible is only referring to Israel. The Bible is only referring to the last 12 tribes here in America, man, all over the four corners of the earth. And with that being said, we'll pass the class off to priest and captain. I'm not sure.
Appreciate it. All right, Shalom Israel. What's going on? As we know, I don't think I ever saw a guy on the road looking like that. It ain't no cars out there. No cars, you know. The Lord is definitely dealing with America right now. Not even just America, but the entire world. You know, all other countries. Somebody get me what Donald Trump said earlier. Okay, Donald Trump said something earlier. He made a statement. Okay? Hold on, I'll try to get it for you right now. Hey, Dwight, I appreciate it. Let me tell you what Donald Trump said, okay? Bear with me 1 second. Okay. This is what Donald Trump said, right? He said, Donald Trump said, we have an invisible enemy. And then he said, we will win. When I read that, in the spirit, I understood what Donald Trump was saying, right? He knows that it is something that is invisible. Something that he cannot see that is causing all this to happen. You understand? And the American economy is falling, man. The stocks is in the minus 3,000s right now. And it ain't been like this since, I want to say, 30 years. They asked Donald Trump, let's go to Matthew 24th chapter right fast, all right? They asked Donald Trump, he said, hey, is are the U.S. going into a recession? He said, maybe. You understand me? And you see what's going on out there with no businesses, no restaurants, no sports, no arenas, none of that. And what everybody needs to understand is this. The Most High is called the Most High for a reason. You understand me? He is the Most High because he can Most High stopping their businesses, their restaurants. You can't even go to Applebee's or anything like that. You got to order online and take it home with you. Right. Olive Garden, all these good old restaurants that love to eat. They Giant supermarket, right? Okay. They closing at midnight so they can restock the shelves, man. Because people are so afraid. They going on, you forget about the toilet paper. I don't know what toilet paper want to do for people. You know, I guess they don't want to run out of toilet paper. But the people that went out and they buying all the toilet paper, they buying tons of food because they don't know what may happen. And Donald Trump said, America, we have an invisible enemy. And Donald Trump is right. The Most High is his enemy, man. Can't see him. You know, you can't touch him. Can't do anything to him. What was said in this Bible was meant to come to pass. And of course, it's all in the Bible. Let's go to Matthew. Let's start at 24 and verse 3. If anyone has any questions, let me know, all right? Yediah. All right, let's go to Matthew 24 and 3. You can go ahead and read it,
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3.
Let's start at verse 1. Let's start at 1, okay?
Verse 1.
It's like it, verse 1. Can I get a cup of juice or a tonic?
Disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. Mm-hmm. Verse 2. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Mm-hmm. Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, mm-hmm. that shall not be thrown down.
He's saying here, every stone, everything is going to be cast down. No one is going to live. No kingdom is going to survive. But everyone, every kingdom, it will be cast down. Go read on.
Okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, mm-hmm. saying, tell us, when shall these things be?
Now, they said, Christ, tell us, when shall these things be? When we going to see the stones casting down on one another? When we going to see all these prophecies we said that was going to happen? When will we see it? Like any prophet, right? Any servant of God. You may read the Bible and say, when it's going to happen. Remember another brother asked the same question. We'll get that after this. Give me a diet on Ezra, right? Well, Ezra, he said he was talking to the angels, right? Then he was asking the angels questions about the kingdom. King. I think it may be on first Ezra, maybe second Ezra. All right, look that up for me, okay? I'm going to read on my God.
Oh God. And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
How are we going to know we coming back? Yahweh stop. What?
End of the world.
Now, the end of the world. Now, when they say end of the world, what exactly does that mean? The end of the world. Ibad.
The end of Esau's kingdom.
All right, let me get my precept. You're right. Let me get the precept. Go ahead.
I'm paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the one that followed.
Exactly. So when you see Esau's kingdom falling like it's doing right now, the stock markets ain't been like this, brother, since they say 3 decades ago, 30 years ago. It ain't never been this bad. Now think about it. In the 90s, the early 2000s, man, America was flowing like water. You understand? Especially in the early 2000s, they was just living well, making trillions of dollars. And you see, even Donald Trump said, I think he said this today. He said they want to try to send out paychecks to the people that are in need, which also goes to show America has the money to help poor people. They just refuse to, right? Think about it. They just spent $1 trillion for a second, right? $1 trillion to fight the coronavirus. That's a lot of money. It goes to show that America, they have all the resources, man, that they need to help Blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians. They just don't want to. Like, why it gotta come to, okay, now we got the coronavirus, now we want to send them some checks, now we want to pass something for health care, now we want to make sure that their welfare and all that is okay. And what's the reason they want to do that anyway? To make sure that they are still making money. So it's really like them just borrowing us the money. They just giving us the money. But what are we going to do with the money? Put it right back in the economy. If Blacks and Hispanics don't have no money, then America won't flow how it's been flowing for a very long time. Read on.
Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
He said, take heed. Be aware. Be aware, because in these last days, man, listen, you're going to see kingdoms fall, they're going to fall. Just like, look at it like this, right? Donald Trump in America is trying to fight the coronavirus. What they don't understand is that you can't fight the coronavirus.
Right.
The Most High is giving people the coronavirus. Now think about it, right? If they're trying to fight the coronavirus, we know God sent forth the coronavirus. Remember, they're also going to try to fight against Christ. Donald Trump said we have an invisible enemy. Can you imagine Christ and 200 million angels? Invisible, they're mad. Everybody wants to see Christ, though. But imagine Esau is afraid of the coronavirus, right? He don't even know what they have coming their way. Like this is just the beginning. Listen, it's only up right now. You got the elections supposed to be coming up in about 6 to 7, 8 months, right? And now all this is going on with America. And in these last days of time, don't let nobody deceive you. Also, don't let yourself deceive you. Okay, that's also very important. Don't tend to listen to yourself in your own mind, and then before you know it, everything that you think is true. Don't let nobody deceive you in these last days, because it is going to be worth it. Like you don't want to be a brother and sister that say, damn, I had a shot, but I blew it. And it's going to be too late. That's why Christ said, don't let no man, don't let nobody deceive you. Read on.
come. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Many gonna come in his name, follow me. You know, do what I tell you to do. You got GMS, you got Christians, you got Muslims. Everybody want to say they come in the name of Christ. But when it actually comes down to it, even in the last days of time, even right now with the coronavirus, right? People ain't changing. Unfortunately, is if more people die. Listen, during the AIDS epidemic, man, tons of people died, man, especially during the 80s, I want to say early 90s. And even that wasn't enough. You know, that's why the Lord said, Israelite, we are a rebellious nation of people. You understand? We see everything that's going on today. Like everybody's afraid. No, damn it, every business is closed. Like, man, forget about it, man. You got children. You know, you got to go to work. And Esau ain't gonna pay you to be home. Now they should. Donald Trump and them is, you know, so-called working on that bill right now, but it ain't been passed yet. If you don't got a babysitter and they need you at work that day or, you know, the next week, whatever the case may be, they'll let you go. I'm trying to tell you, man, they let you go just like that. Hey, don't go to work coughing and sneezing. I'm trying to tell you, you better do that in the bathroom if you need a paycheck. Because, man, they're going to send you home. I'm trying to tell you, everybody want to turn their eyes like this. Then before you know it, there ain't nobody there. You know, you come around and they like, oh, man, coughing, sneezing. Send them home. Esau ain't going to pay. Esau only cared about his country in America. Like the general brought out Monday, right? When America is falling, we are happy. When America is happy, then we are sad. Think about it, right? Plane flights are extremely cheap right now. You can travel. You know, you can go where you need to go. These days that we are in, man, like Christ said, don't let nobody deceive you. Be on point. Perfect. Be focused. Be sober-minded. Because when all of this is happening, you better believe Satan is in the wind. He is in the air. Okay? Go ahead, read on, Ibad.
Come. Saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
We've been hearing about that for a long time. Russia, North Korea, China, Japan, Africa. You understand? And wars and rumors of wars. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Now, when these things happen, you don't be troubled. Now, what's another word for trouble? Anybody? Go ahead, Dahlia.
Because of trouble, disturbed.
All right, that's a good one. You got a better one, though. Don't be afraid. All right? Don't be afraid. You see wars and rumors of wars and all that is going on. You know, it must happen. Don't be troubled. Don't be afraid. Even with this coronavirus, don't be afraid. They just came out with more NBA players, guys. Kevin Durant, you know, the Nets, you know, and a few other basketball players. Like what Esau don't understand, and one day he will, and he is in chains and in a cage again, that you cannot fight against God. Just can't fight against God. This disease is going to spread everywhere, and it's only in the beginning stages. And they, I forget the number. Somebody get the number they say in on PA, right? On coronavirus. Somebody get that for me, please. All right, when you get it, somebody let me know. Go ahead, Daya.
Because there's 96 cases.
96 cases, right? Now, do you really think it's only 96 cases? It's only 96 cases. Let me tell you something, okay? It's way more than 96 cases, okay? The only reason why they think it's only 96 cases, think about it. Has everyone went to go get tested? Hell no. Everybody ain't get tested. Not many people in the hood ain't get tested. Not many people at your job ain't get tested for that. Not many people that are in PA. Man, there's millions of people in PA, man, the state of Pennsylvania. Millions of people. 96 cases. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. It's way more than 96 cases. Now, think about it. When you're sick, when most people are sick, do you run to the hospital right away? Hell no. You take a day off of work. You know, you take some medicine. You go to Rite Aid, go to Walgreens. You know, you take care of yourself at home. You know what I mean? People that's probably sick, that was probably sick about a week or two ago before the coronavirus really spread like that. You know what I mean? People that were sick and that stayed at home. And maybe that wasn't the flu. Maybe they do have the coronavirus. But like any person that's sick, you ain't gonna just go to the ER and wait there for 3-4 hours to be seen by some doctor. You ain't gonna do that. It's way more cases than that. Just a lot of people ain't get tested yet. Read on, Ibad.
Oh God. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
These things must happen, but the end is not yet. Read on.
For kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom against kingdom. It's another word for kingdom. Rulership or power. Okay, different powers are going to come up against other powers. Like Russia is going to come against America. China is already blaming America for the coronavirus. Right? Did y'all read that article?
Oh, God.
Yeah, China is already blaming America for the coronavirus. China don't like America. Russia don't like America. These other powers and kingdoms, they're gonna fight one another. And it's gonna be great in the sight of the Most High God to see his enemies, man, that hated his chosen people, to see all of them fight and battle against one another. It's going to be amazing to see the enemy fall by the hand of the sword. Read on.
And there shall be famine and pestilences.
And what?
Pestilences.
It's your coronavirus. It's a prophecy in the Bible right there. There shall be famine. Why do you think everybody is running to the supermarkets? Because they are what? Afraid that they're going to go to the supermarket and it ain't gonna be no food on the shelf. They're afraid, man. All this has been prophesied a very long time ago, before you was even born. The Lord knew one day Esau was going to take over his people and destroy them and take every single thing up out of them. One day they was going to build America off of the backs of the black man, Hispanic man, and Native American Indian man. So now the Lord said, famines and pestilences. Read on.
And earthquakes.
And earthquakes, what?
And diverse places.
And diverse places. Psalms. Not Psalms. No, sorry. Psalms 78 and 48. All this is just the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning. Trust and believe, it is going to get worse. Donald Trump don't believe that. Donald Trump said, he said, America will win. Could you imagine the Most High God, Yahweh, sitting on his throne, saying what he just said? He just saying it laughing. You know, he's saying it laughing, taking his time. He don't even know what is coming to him. Don't even know, but America will win. Let's see about that one. But
If I could, would the precept for that be in Daniel where it says that he spake great words against the Most High?
oh yeah, that's my preset right there. Perfect. Yeah, speak great words against the Most High God. Man, just take full power. Can you imagine being underneath these oppressors for another 1,000 years?
Good night.
Hey, I know 400 years was a very long time. That was a very long time. 400 years. Can you imagine another 1,000 years? If it was up to the oppressor, it'd be another 1,000 years. The oppressor don't even know nor understand that the Most High is slow to anger, man. He ain't gonna just wipe out America in one day. Now that is gonna happen in 1 hour when Christ return, right? But before he do that, he gonna make America suffer because he's so depressed and he's so stressed out and blah 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 blah. And he's just going through so much hell. You won't just kill yourself. The Lord ain't gonna allow you to kill yourself. But he will allow you to suffer for a good 10, 15 years. You understand me? That's what he is going to do with America. They are going to suffer for a very long time. And it's just the beginning. It's only the beginning right now. It's only going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay? Let me get Psalms. What I call for?
Okay.
You got it, Bob. 78 and I'll start at 48, please.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 48.
Uh-huh.
He gave up their cattle also to the hail,
Uh-huh.
and their flocks to hot thunderbolts.
Uh-huh.
Verse 49.
Listen, he is the terrible one. Most High God is angry right now. He is upset. And when the Most High is upset, think about it. Most people think, when you simply just stop obeying God, that you're going to be punished right away. All right? Remember, the Most High is slow to anger. The Most High God may let you believe that you got away with it. He let you believe, but I know what Esau, and on his mind, he truly believed that slavery and killing the so-called Native American Indians. In his mind, I'm really sure that he okay, I didn't got away with it after hundreds of years, right? But with that being said, the Most High will cast the fierceness of his anger. You'll get away with it for maybe a couple months, maybe a few years. Hey, listen, you may get away with it for 10 years until before you know it. It's like you ever had a bad day, and it really turned into like the worst day ever. Because it ain't just one thing. It's one thing, and then one thing multiplied to 2, then the 2 multiplied to 4, then the 4 multiplied to 8, and the 8 multiplied up to 16. Then it's like 16 things at once. That's how the Most High works. You let you think that you got away with it. But then when he's ready, like a judge, think about a judge today. Will a judge sentence somebody right away? No. A judge will do it when he or she is ready to do it. Some trials will go what? Years. I know El Chapo trial, man, that trial went about, I want to say a good 2 years. You understand me? Before he actually got sentenced. It can take time. The Most High is the ultimate judge. You take time. Whenever he's ready, then this is what he do. Read it again from the top.
Okay. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger.
It'll hit you like a storm. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. That's the fierceness of his anger. Hit you like that. You get pulled over. You get a ticket. They tow your car. Your wife leaves. All this, you lose your job. It hit you just like that. Boom. Just like a storm. That's the fierceness of Yahweh. The Most High Yahweh is no joke. And a lot of people take the Most High for granted, not knowing that the Most High is merciful. But even mercy runs out after a while. Even mercy. Go ahead, Brother Arbaka.
Come, so if I could, just to elaborate what you were saying, the Most High said he showed forth, his anger. Or the precept I have in Romans, as far as when he goes Pharaoh up, just to show his power in the earth.
Let's get it. Go ahead, read that.
Come. It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse 17.
All right, we have the book of Romans 9 and 17. Go ahead.
Come. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee.
See that? Perfect precept right there, man. That's why the Most High raised America up, just like Pharaoh. I mean, it's the same thing, just different times. Like you said, there is no new thing under the sun. He raised them up. Read on, Brother Arbaka.
And that my name might be declared throughout the whole earth.
That's why. Now imagine this, right? We all know King David and Goliath, right? When King David destroyed Goliath, who got all the glory? Go, Yediah. God was with him. Remember, even Saul. Remember, Saul was sending David after that to fight the other nations because he knew the Most High Yahweh was with him. Right. So everybody knew that the Most High God, Yahweh, was with David. And when Esau fall like a Pharaoh fell, the Most High going to get all the glory. And this is why he's going to get all the glory, right? Because America had the biggest military structure alive. No one can fight America when it comes to their nuclear bombs and their nuclear weapons and their United States Army and their soldiers and all that and their military bases, man. They have, y'all know America has a military base in every country. Every country. Every single country. No matter where you go, if you're an American, you can look up that base. What do they call it? Oh, I forget the name of it. I think it's an ambassador. Please.
It's an embassy in every
embassy. The why? It's an embassy. It's an embassy in every country. So if you're white and if you're going through some problems in another country, you go to that American embassy. We know the Americans are there. They're gonna be there to help you. They're gonna guide you if you are American. The Most High raised America up just so his name can be declared throughout the whole entire earth. Okay, drop that. I'll finish reading where he was at.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78, and verse 49 in the middle. Wrath and indignation.
Now, so this is how the Most High come at you, right? Wrath and indignation. Go ahead.
And trouble. By sending evil angels among them.
That's what he did with the coronavirus. You think God came down on earth and spread the coronavirus? Hell no. You wanna know what God did? Like you said, man, you see the power he all has, man. He said, you go to America, go to China, and stop all of their businesses. Guess what the angel said? Con out of one gun. Yes, my Lord. Yes, con out of one gun. They went and they did it. That's what the Most High, that's how he showed his angel. He sent his angel. And the angels, they obey God. Whatever God tells them to do, they do it with no problem at all. They were created to do whatever God tells them to do. Read on.
Verse 50. He made a way to his anger.
Now, this is how you know when the Most High is angry, right? Pay close attention. Read.
He spared not their soul from death.
There you go. He's going to spare their soul from death. You understand? He's going to destroy you in every single way. Every single way. Read on.
But gave their life over to the pestilence.
Over to the what?
Pestilence.
That's how the Most High is dealing with America right now. Right? The pestilence, right? The diseases, the coronavirus. Hey man, they shut down everything. But my son asked me today, he said, Dad, can you take me to Chuck E. Cheese? And I thought about it. I said, yeah, I'll take you to Chuck E. Cheese. So then I thought about it. I said, no, I can't take you to Chuck E. Cheese, young man. I'm sorry, but I would love to take you to Chuck E. Cheese. Bring her to your house and do old school, brother, with the candles and chocolate and all that, the cars. You understand me? Now y'all can actually get to know one another. Listen, I know the black man understand this, right? No sports, no mid-season action, NBA, no NBA playoffs, none of that. Now you have time to just, and enjoy it with your family. They want to bring back the Monopoly. Listen, man, I'd be surprised. You're all around. Monopoly may be about $107 right now.
Right.
Checkers and chess and all those little family games, because they know everyone is going to be in the house, because the Most High is dealing with these other nations. And you gotta look at it like this, right? Listen, when the death angel came in Egypt, where were the Israelites? Hey, Bob?
And Goshen.
Right, but be a little more specific. Barzar? In the house. They were in the house. What did God tell them? He said, put the blood upon your door. You couldn't leave the house until after the death angel came.
Right.
Now, when you look at it today, it's like, now everyone is in the house because they are afraid of the death angel.
Right.
They're afraid of the coronavirus. What was going on in Egypt is going on right now in the spiritual world. Nothing has changed. You understand me? That's why the Lord said this is how he showed his anger, his fierceness, okay? By pestilences, diseases, and earthquakes. Read on.
Verse 51. And smote all the firstborn in Egypt.
And do what?
Smote all the firstborn in Egypt.
That's why Donald Trump is telling everybody to stay in the house. He knows what's about to go on. He knows if everyone don't stay in the house and if everyone keep going to the clubs, what's going to happen? The coronavirus is going to be everywhere. Go ahead, Daya.
If I could, sir, could I also use Revelations 11 and 8 about the great city and the dead bodies and being spiritually Sodom and Egypt?
Right. You can definitely use that, right? Because of course it's going on today. Sodom and Egypt. It's a perfect way to put it, right? Homosexuality. Dwayne Wade's son.
Right.
What was going on then is going on right now. It's just a different period of time.
Right.
Okay. Read on.
The chief of their strength in the tabernacle of Ham.
Go ahead.
Verse 52. But made his own people to go forth like sheep, and guided them in the wilderness like a flock. Verse 53. And he led them on safely, so that they fear not.
Drop that, you got it. We have what I asked for in the Apocrypha. Ezra, you find that for me?
Come, I'm talking about the reward of the kingdom.
Yes, let me hear that.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse. I believe it's 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 35.
All right, hold on, let me catch up with you. Okay.
Come.
All right, go ahead and read that. Bazaar, get me inside the Apocrypha when they try to fight against Christ, all the other nations. I think that's right in Ezra too. That may be Ezra the 13th chapter. Okay, I'm going to read it on your diary.
Come. It's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 35. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom. For the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. So,
now, a lot of people don't understand this. The kingdom that we fight for today, you know, is going to be an everlasting kingdom. Unlike whose kingdom? Unlike God, unlike Esau's kingdom. You understand? Esau's kingdom is simply just temporary. Now, listen, Esau did a hell of a job. You know, he did a good job with his kingdom. Well, what's the point of doing a good job if it ain't gonna last long? It ain't gonna last long at all. But this kingdom that we are fighting for, fighting your flesh, you understand me? Obeying the commandments of God, going out teaching, becoming a priest and prophet of the Most High God, that kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. You die, you'll die in your kingdom, right? You'll be born as a little baby. And guess like how Esau do what? Pass his businesses down to their sons. Where it's like how the Chinese, what do the young Chinese do? They pass their businesses down to their sons. Well, in the kingdom, the Most High going to renew your spirit. You know, even though a lot of people may have forgotten about you, forgotten about the good deeds, the good works that you have done, the Most High will never forget about his true loyal servants. He will never forget about you. And that's why the kingdom that we fight for is an everlasting kingdom. Hey, can you imagine having hundreds of wives forever? Now, when I say forever, right? Feel me for a second. I'm talking more than 10,000 years, which is just forever, a long period of time. Like Paul said, how many times should you forgive your brother? What did he say? Please.
70 times 7.
70 times 70. You imagine living, being in your kingdom 70 times 70? You don't have nothing to worry about. You're good.
Right.
Now, if you have that mindset, you look at America like, it ain't going to be here forever.
Right.
But my kingdom will be here forever. It will last forever. People will obey Yahweh. War. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom. That has to be something to fight for. Read on, Yediah.
Khan. Verse 36. Flee the shadow of this world.
Read that again.
Khan. Flee the shadow of this world.
Read it again.
Flee the shadow of this world.
John tell you, it ain't nothing in this world but death. That's all it is. They go out partying, having a good time. You see people, you know, just having a good old time. They smoking and they getting high. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't. Listen, everything is always great, right? Until things start to flip on you. Right? Then it ain't great anymore. You know, you see people you don't see nobody shopping downtown right now because all the businesses are closed.
Right.
And the Most High is taking all of their money. But about a month ago, hey man, I see black people shopping downtown pretending like their lives is just so great, when really they going through so much hell in their lives. The Most High want to watch over you, but you gotta flee the shadow of this world. You understand me? The shadow of this world is sin. The only thing that's in this world is sin. You know, if you can't sin, you can't have fun. You can't go to a strip club, or if you can't get high, you know, or if you can't be an alcoholic, or you can't do what you want to do, that can be boring, but it's worth it. It's worth an everlasting kingdom. Today in America, you have to question yourself if your woman is going to be with you forever. Can you imagine not having that feeling in the kingdom? It's an everlasting kingdom. Whoever do something like that in the kingdom, they're going to be made an example. You see that staff? Where the old staffs at, man? Grab me a staff, brothers, if you don't mind. Listen, you're going to see a staff, right? You know, the prophet going to have it in his hand. And if anybody do any evil, right? This is what's going to happen. They're going to be killed with this staff. You understand? You don't got to worry about anybody molesting no little boys.
Right.
Or little girls. You don't got to worry about your woman leaving you. Imagine that, man. You know you got to worry about that today in America. Your woman leaving you, or she put you on child support, or the man leaving the woman. You don't got to worry about that in the kingdom system. And in our kingdom, but the only way we're going to get there, you got to flee the shadow. You got to flee that shadow of America. It's like a cage. Think about how hard it took you to come in the truth. Like what you had to go through, the things you had to experience. It was like a bird trying to get out of a cage. And if you know anything about a cage, listen, it's a bird's nightmare. A bird don't want to be in a cage. It's hard for that bird to get out. The Lord said, you flee the shadow of darkness. Read on.
Khan. Receive the joyfulness of your glory.
God.
Khan. I testify my Savior openly. Verse 37. Oh, receive the gift that is given you.
Read that again.
Khan. Oh, receive the gift that is given you.
You gotta receive the gift. You gotta want the gift. All right, the gift that the Most High is trying to give you is power and everlasting kingdom. You want to give that up for a $2 hope? A woman that's going to leave you anyway? You're going to give that up for blunt, for a cigarette? You want to give all that up for some weed and some cocaine and crack? Only if people knew, right? You want to know something? If people knew, everybody would be in there. Everybody would be there. You know, they really knew that, you know, it's going to be an everlasting kingdom, man. You're going to be in charge. You're going to have virgins. You're going to have a government. You're going to have a society. And listen, you're going to be in Jerusalem. You know how much Jerusalem is worth today, polluted? Jerusalem is polluted right now, but it's worth so much. That whole Middle Eastern area, you know how much those countries are worth? Billions, trillions of dollars. And it's polluted. And the Most High ain't even with them. But the Most High God's trying to tell you. Can you imagine, you know, the gas stations, right? They get the gas from their country. And they get it for cheap. Can you imagine you supplying the gas? You know how rich you'll be? You have gold on everywhere. Gold earrings. Silver. Platinum. You understand me? Everything about you would just look so pure. Can you imagine supplying all the gold? Imagine that. Supplying all the pure water. Supplying all the pure apples and oranges and all that. Can you imagine that? Well, America is in power right now. And that's why they are ruling. Let's read on, Yediah.
Khan. Giving thanks unto him that have led you to the heavenly kingdom. Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, and receive.
Like you're gonna see an officer, and he's gonna change right before your eyes, and it's gonna be like, dang, that was it right there. You know, they're gonna turn into Superman right in front of your eyes, and everyone is afraid of the coronavirus. Listen, Esau should be afraid of an officer turning into Superman.
Right.
You understand? Those days are coming. That's the glory of Yahweh. Read on.
Khan. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord.
Now, why did it say white? Those that are clothed with white. Anybody? Go ahead, Barzar.
Is it like referring to like no stain?
That's exactly what he's talking about. Meaning they are what? Yediah, pure, clean. clean. You understand? You see somebody with a clean white shirt on, you know, you're looking clean. The Lord's saying these brothers and sisters are here. They are clean. It ain't no stains on that white shirt. It ain't no sins on them. That's why they had on white. They wasn't stained up. They wasn't filthy. They ain't have, you know, diseases like AIDS and HIV. They ain't have none of that. They were clean. They were pure. Read on.
Come. Verse 41, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people.
So now Ezra saw, right? Now, remember, the Most High was with Ezra, right? He Ezra fasted 7 days, and after 7 days, the angel came to him, right? Then the angel said, you know, he showed them some things. You know, he showed them some prophecies, things that probably will go over your head right now, right? But he showed them a lot after those 7 days. Then, you know, Ezra being a man of the Most High God, right? The angel told Ezra what after the 7 days he fasted. What did the angel tell Ezra? This is what the angel told Ezra, right? The angel told, because Ezra was one of those brothers that had tons of questions. You know, he asked him about the Most High God or the measures of the sea. You know, and the angel had to check him like, hey, don't be worried about all that right now, right? But after the 7 days, the angel told Ezra to fast another 7 days. So he said, okay, you got all these questions. You want to know so much, right? Then fast another 7 days. So then after that 7 days, angel gave him more, showed him more, opened up his mind. Read on.
Come. Whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them was a young man there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
Okay, y'all know that's talking about Christ, right? That's talking about Yahweh. Now hold what you have. Do you have what I call for Barzal? Go ahead and read that, please. Let everybody know where you at.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet thirst fight.
There you go, man. They all came together to fight Yahweh. Then when they saw him, they were afraid. That kind of sounds familiar, but not all the way, right? People are afraid of the coronavirus. Everyone is afraid of the coronavirus. Can you imagine Christ and, you know, he in his garment, you know, he got the fringes and all that on. And then behind him, he got 200 million angels just walking with him. Right there, going to do whatever he tells them to do. They were afraid after that. They were terrified after they saw that. Read on.
Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Listen, what did Christ do? Get this one right, I'll be surprised. Go ahead, Barzal.
Angels of order?
No, not right here. Read it one more time.
Come. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came.
So he saw the violence of the other nations, right? That's coming to him to fight him. Go ahead.
Come. He neither lifted up his head.
Now think about it like this, right? Ready to fight. All right, that's what anybody would do. If anybody is coming to attack you or fight you, you want to put your hands up and get ready to fight. Read on.
Nor held sword.
Nor held this sword. Someone coming at you with a gun, right? If you have a gun, Well, you pull your gun out to protect yourself, not Christ. Christ ain't pull out his gun. He ain't pull out his sword. Read on.
God. Nor any instrument of war.
Nor any instrument of war. Man, Christ still there, man. Waited. He ain't do nothing. He ain't put up his hands. He ain't grab his sword. He ain't even get ready to fight. He said, I mean, you know, I was on my seat. You know, I think he deserved that type of love. You understand me? After dying on that cross, being crucified for a nation of rebellious people, and I think he was deserved that type of honor. He said, "Man, I'm good." He said, "I'm good." Could you imagine 20 people running after you? Most of you want to run your ass off. You understand? You got 20 people running after you trying to fight. You ain't gonna stand there and say, "Okay, what's up? What's up? Let's go on. Let's fight. Let's rumble." You ain't gonna do that. You're gonna run. And if you don't run, you're gonna prepare yourself to fight. Now you may just ball up like this. You know, there's 20 people. Let me just ball up. Let me just protect my face. Christ ain't doing none of that. You know, he just stood there. Stood right there as a king. Read on.
Come. Verse 10. But only I saw that he said out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight.
Which was what?
Which was prepared to fight.
It's like Donald Trump said it, man. And you know, and he really said it in the spirit. You know, when I saw that, like Donald Trump said, America will win. He said, we will win. You understand me? They trying to fight the coronavirus, but they're gonna definitely try to fight Christ as well. They're gonna try to put up a fight. They ain't gonna win. You know, they're gonna lose. You know, it's gonna be, you know, like they ain't gonna just lose, but they're gonna get whooped really badly. Read on, Bazaar.
Come. And burn them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of the numerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke.
And the smell of smoke. Understand that. Read on.
Come. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, and some of them were bad.
And some, what?
And others some of them that were old. Then was I sick through great fear.
He was sick through great fear when he saw that. Read on.
And I awakened and said, verse 14.
Now, so then he woke up, right? He woke up. Can you imagine having a dream, right? And in that dream is so terrible. You're seeing great, but, you know, terrible things. Then you simply, you awake from it, you know, you just wake up. You ever had a dream or, you know, you caught yourself, what they call it, daydreaming, you know, and you just wake up and you say, damn, now what? You understand? When you had a terrible nightmare. Listen, I know I had a few in the past, right? But I had some nightmares, and I'm like, in my nightmare, I'm saying to myself, I'm saying, wake up, like, Mom, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm saying, wake up. You know, that's still a nightmare. But I'm trying to wake up because it's like I know I'm dreaming and I know it's a nightmare and I'm trying to wake up. Right. Well, this brother, he awoke from what he was saying. Let everybody know where you got Bazaar.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Thou hast showed thy Savior, thou hast shown thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive.
A dream like that, go to a prophet of God, okay? Because maybe that wasn't just a dream. You understand? You've seen, you know, other nations fighting one another. Then you see Christ getting crowns. You know, you go to a man of God because maybe that was not a dream. That could have been a what? A prophecy.
Right.
You understand me? And you know, Ezra was so righteous, and the Most High was with him. Right? Number one, whenever you fast at night, and when you fast, you get closer to the Most High God. You know, like the Lord sees your affliction, He sees your sacrifice, He sees that you really want something so bad, you are willing to just do whatever you need to do. Ezra was that type of brother, and that's why we're reading about him right now. He was one of those brothers, like, this one thing about the truth, right? It's here for you. It's his. Open up as everybody can see. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it. The prophet Ezra, he wanted it. You understand me? And now the Most High started to deal with him. Now he having crazy ass dreams out. Crazy dreams. Where he seeing the taller man, taller than the rest. You know, he see Christ giving the people crowns and all that. And then he see the nations trying to fight against Yahweh Shai. Said, what is that? So now, as a righteous man, he said, what? Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. Because even Ezra knew what? What did Ezra know? Go ahead. Right. He also knew something else. You cannot interpret your own dreams.
Right.
Can't do that. Okay, you cannot interpret your own dreams. You have to go to somebody. You have to be very detailed about the dream. And then you'll be told if it was a prophecy or maybe it was just a regular dream. Well, Ezra said here, he says, show me now yet the interpretation of this dream that he just had.
In my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days.
Okay, now this may be a little rough for you to understand this, right? Okay. He said, for as I conceived in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days. Okay? Woe unto them that shall be left in those days. Read after that.
And much more woe unto them that are not left behind.
And much more woe unto them that are not left behind. What does that mean? Give me the first part, right? When I say woe unto them that shall be left in those days. Now, if you left in those days, what will happen if you are left? Go ahead, Dyer.
If I could, sir, it would die.
Right, you die, right. Okay, it's a little more on that though. Woe unto them that shall be left in those days. You're gonna die. You're gonna definitely be destroyed, right? And much more woe unto them that are not left behind. So if you are not left behind, what's gonna happen? If you are not left behind. And more woe unto them that are not left behind. So if you are not left behind, meaning you are being what? I almost gave it to you. Behind. I mean what? Right, it's like if I could. And it say much more woe unto them that are not left behind. Somebody break it down. woe unto them that are not left behind. Go ahead.
Because it's the same, like they'll see like destruction, like this worse than dying, see destruction.
No. Woe unto them that are not left behind. I just said it, they're going to be taken, right? Woe unto them that shall not be left behind. Go ahead, Yediah.
If I could, they're going to go through much worse than those that are just going to die there.
Ah, why you say that?
Because those that are going to be taken, they're going to be captives, as it's saying they will be joined unto us in Isaiah.
Who are those that shall not be left behind?
This talking about Israel, or this talking about the other nations? Israel, sir?
No. Farzar? The other nations. More woe, more destruction unto them that are not left behind. Because if they are not left behind, they are what? Ibad, taken, right? Donald Trump is going to be taken. Go ahead, Yediah.
So I could use, if I could, sir, I could use in Isaiah where it says, "Thy kings and thy queens."
Remember, some things are worse than death. Some white people want to try to commit suicide, right? Why? Because they don't want to be a slave.
Right.
They don't want to serve you. You understand? They don't want to go through what you went through. They're going to try to do what? Commit suicide. More woe unto them that are not left behind, because they're going to be taken. And can you imagine the oppressor, right? Knowing that they've been ruling this whole entire life,
right? And
then being taken by a black man. Can you imagine the feeling of that? That's more woe unto them, more destruction. Now you are in my hands. But if you die, I gotta wait for you to return back. Then you are in my hands. But right now, you are in my hands. So much more woe, much more destruction unto the other nations that are not left behind. Think about it, man. They're going to hide under the rocks. They're going to be hiding everywhere. Donald Trump may be on the moon somewhere. You understand? They trying to fly. They have underground houses. You understand? You got a house, you got a whole mansion underground. They think they're going to be getting away, right? Until a black nigga grab you like this, and then they know it's over. You all know how I feel when a police officer got you. Then they put you in handcuffs. Right then, you know, damn, it's over. They're going to know it's over. So now they're going to go through more destruction. Read on.
Verse 17. For they that were not left were in heaviness. Now understanding I the things that are laid up in the latter days.
See that? So after the angel broke it down to him, then Ezra understood it. You understand? He understood that dream. And that's going to happen in the latter days. Like the Lord said, we're going to become what? Fishers of men. What comes after fishers of men? Go ahead.
It's like fishers of men and hunters.
Hunters. That day we're going to become hunters. Boy, oh boy. I would love to have Donald Trump.
Right.
I would love to hold his hand and say, Donald Trump, I have you. You imagine that, man? Can you imagine hunting a deer? Or, you know, or going out fishing. Then when you get the fish, you're like, oh, I got this big piece of fish. Can you listen? I could imagine holding Donald Trump's hand, right? Man, it's over. Come on, Donald Trump. Matter of fact, this rope, I'm going to put it right around your neck, and now you're going to walk just like a dog. Can you imagine how Donald Trump would feel after that? being the president of the United States of America. You have to experience that or go through that. Well, Ezra understood that after that. Angel helped them understand that. Read on.
Which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Verse 19. Therefore are they come into great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come unto these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the word.
Drop down to verse 29.
Verse 29 is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
Those days are coming. Now, it's going to be a little more time, but those days are coming. You know, it's the beginning of sorrows. You ain't see the power yet. You know, it's a lot of things, a lot of prophecies that, you know, ain't come to pass yet. You know, like the power and, you know, all the great things that Christ said that we were going to do. Those things ain't even happened yet. We are at the beginning. You understand? Like Christ said, this is the beginning of the sorrows. Read on.
Come. Verse 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
Now Christ is coming. He's coming to deal with them, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another.
There you go. It's the other nations. They fight against one another, right? This is China, America, the Africans, the real Africans, the Japanese, the Vietnamese. And now they are fighting against one another. Read on.
Come. One city against another.
Now, one city against another. Go ahead.
One place against another.
One place against another. You understand that? Read on.
One people against another.
What else was that prophesied? My God.
Matthew 24th chapter.
Matthew 24th chapter. The kingdom shall what? Rise against kingdom and nation against nation. Read on.
And one realm against another. Verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass. And the signs shall happen, which I.S.U.P.K.
Meaning they will happen. That dream wasn't just a dream, Ezra. You understand me? You even know, no, you ain't understand. But the Most High Yahweh was showing you something, man. You know, you take heed to that. You know, especially being in the truth. You know, you think, you know, most black women have a dream that their man was cheating on them. That ain't nothing, man. You know, you come up in the air and you become a priest and prophet of the Most High God. Listen, you have a dream like that, don't be afraid. Give somebody a call. GEN.YAHANNA, man, the Lord gave him the gift, man, to be able to interpret dreams. You understand me? So you'll know if that was a dream or if it was a vision from the Most High God. Now, in some cases, it could have been a vision from God. Most High could have been showing you something. I know all brothers, saw things like this all the time. One brother had a dream. This was years ago. I know my short time in the truth. One brother said he had a dream. He was on right near that Crown Fried Chicken, right by 69th Street, right? And he looked up and he saw little small balls, right? They was like not the size of a basketball, but a little bit smaller than that, right? He saw the small balls in the sky. Now it was like balls everywhere. So his brother like, balls? I'm not understanding that. You understand? You got balls coming down from the sky. Then he looked up, and he saw a humongous object in the air. A humongous object, right? And if you know anything about the Bible or anything about objects, right? A flying object is a what? My God, it's a chariot. You understand me? So the brother's just thinking that he see a flying object, and you don't know, brother, that flying object was the chariot of Yahweh. You understand me? And those balls was coming down, the destruction of nuclear warfare that's going to come upon America. Now, at the time, the brother didn't understand that. You know, until he went to the priest and prophet of the Most High God. And then, like Ezra, right? Then he was able to understand it. Then he got it. Then he knew what it meant. Read on. Let everybody know what he got.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 32 in the middle. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
Listen, you know how long Christ been waiting? Christ's been waiting for a very long time. Listen, I know the liquor store is closed right now, so you can't buy no liquor, right?
Right.
Now, maybe for 15 days, right? When was the last time Christ drank some liquor? When the last time he drank some wine? You feel that for a second, right? Feel that. When the last time he had wine? You had wine every now and then. You good, right? When the last time Christ had some good old wine? That wine that make you raise the dead. Spirit of Yahweh come upon you, drink that wine. Boy, you start talking, getting talking before you know it, brother. Complain! It's everywhere. Christ ain't drink wine since he died, man. That was a very long time.
Right.
Then he said the night ain't gonna be no wine and no liquor for a couple weeks. Christ been for a very long time. The Son of Man, the Son of Yahweh. Okay,
Right.
read on, Brother
Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won against another.
Now, what was Christ's voice? What was Christ's voice? What?
So you said, what is Christ's voice?
Right. How was his voice?
Like the sound of many waters?
Right. It was like thunder. Right? Meaning when Christ spoke, he spoke with authority. You understand? You heard him, man. He was an austere man, black man. You understand me? When they heard his voice, read that again from the top.
Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle.
Now, they gonna stop fighting, man. World War III, they all gonna stop. They're gonna leave the battle. Read on.
They had one against another. Verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting.
See that they gonna try to overcome Christ. They're gonna try it, by fighting him. Read on.
Verse 35. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion.
Read that again.
But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion.
Now think about the black man today. Translate that today. He shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion. Translate that today. Go ahead, Bazaar.
If I could, it's like standing there like yourself.
Right. He gonna stand on top. He gonna win. You understand me? Meaning he gonna stand on top of his top. He is going to win.
Right.
Even though China And Africa, they gonna come together. The Vietnamese, North Korea, America, Europe, French. You understand me? The Iranians, the Iraqians, Israel, they all gonna come together and try to fight against the man that is going to stand on top. Read on.
Come. Verse 36. And Zion shall come and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and built, like as thou sawest the hill driven without hands.
Go ahead.
Verse 37. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. Verse 38. And shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented.
There you go, man. Christ can kill them all. Hey, man, the Lord said that his own garden should be dipped in blood. It's going to be a lot of blood. A lot of blood of other nations, and it's going to be a lot of blood of the Israelites. Read on.
Come. Which are like unto a plague, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law which is like unto me.
I hold that. You give me Romans 1:21. Okay.
This is
if I could, before we go to Romans, you give me 1 Timothy.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 17. Now unto the King, eternal, immortal.
And what?
Immortal.
Now, before you read on, right, this is what I'm going to read, what Donald Trump said, okay? Donald Trump is calling the coronavirus a war with an invisible enemy. Okay, that's what Donald Trump just said either today or yesterday, right? He is calling the coronavirus fight a war with an invisible enemy. Read it from the top.
Come. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 17. Now unto the King, eternal, immortal, invisible.
And what?
Invisible.
And what?
Invisible.
Invisible. Read on.
Come. The only wise God.
The only what?
The only wise God.
Donald Trump knows it, man. He's fighting against someone that is invisible, someone that he cannot even see. And that's the wise Yahweh, the wise God. You can't see him. He could be, he could be in here now. Can't see him. You can't see him at all. But when he comes, he comes. All right, drop that. Read what I call fight by, yeah?
Okay. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 21. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God.
Barzar, you give me Hebrews 11 and 27. Read that again from the top, my God, yeah?
Okay. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as
above all God, above all powers, above Allah.
Neither were thankful.
And they wasn't thankful, man. Read on.
But became vain in their imagination.
But they became vain in their imaginations, Lord.
And their foolish heart was darkened.
See that? Become vain in the sight of God. Now your heart will become dark. Meaning now you'll be back in that dark shadow, like how you used to be, how you used to live, the things you used to do, the things that you used to eat. Before you know it, and a snap of a finger, you right there, just like that. Go, you got it, Barzal. Let everybody know where you at.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 27. By faith, he forsook Egypt.
Read that again.
By faith, he forsook Egypt.
My God, you give me Colossians 1:15.
Okay.
Read it here from the top line.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and verse 27. By faith, he forsook Egypt.
By faith, man, he forsook Egypt, man. He destroyed every firstborn of everything that came out of the land of Egypt. Read.
God. Not fearing the wrath of the king.
Not fearing the wrath of the king. Read on.
For he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
Who is what?
Who is invisible.
Who is what?
Who is invisible.
When Donald Trump said that, listen, in the spirit, I knew what he said was right. I knew it, man. The second I saw it, he said, man, we fighting the coronavirus. We fighting an enemy that is invisible. What Donald Trump said, and what he don't even understand, but his spirit knows it, is that they are fighting against Yahweh.
Right.
They fight against God. And he is invisible. You can't see him. You don't know when he's coming. You don't know the time he's going to be there, like the time you go to work. You know the time you go to work, right? But you don't know the time that the Most High God is coming.
Right.
He is invisible. And Donald Trump knows it. He knows it, man. Drop that. Read what I call a fight about. Let everybody know where you at.
Okay.
Can't see, but you can listen to him. All right? Can't see him. If everybody saw Yahweh, everybody would be in here. You know, this class would be filled up right now. Everybody would be in here if they knew God, if they saw Yahweh. That ain't how the Lord works, man. You understand? The Most High God, man, he is the invisible power, man. He is here. He is around, even when you don't think he is around. Think about all the days you thought you ain't had anything. All the days you was trying to figure out how you was going to survive through the week, how you was going to get your transplants, how you was going to eat, and how you was going to do this for your kids. And before you know it, the invisible power came through for you. You just couldn't see him. Can't see him. Nobody can't see him. Because everyone will have faith then, right?
Right.
It was like in any video game. Come on, man. If everyone saw Yahweh, everybody would be here. If they really saw the true Yahweh. But they don't.
Right.
And that's the test. Don't see him. You can't listen to him. Like Ezra. Ezra listened to Yahweh. He listened to the angel. You understand? He had a dream, and he went to a prophet of the Most High God. And what he didn't know is that the angel was speaking through that prophet, man. That's how he works, man. It's always the angel. These words that we speak, they don't come from us. They don't come from man. Like when you don't see in the fourth dimension, like when you see the general teaching class or commanding GEN.YAHANNA or GEN.YAHANNA or any priest and prophet of God, right? What you don't see are the angels that stand right here. Don't see them, but they are here. Right. You understand? Right. They are talking. They are trying to get you to understand. They right here. You just don't see them. Like the Lord said, I'm paraphrasing it. Blessed are he that don't have to see. Shouldn't have to see. Should believe. Should know. Like Ezra. Let's read on.
Okay. The firstborn of every creature.
See that? Hey man, he was the firstborn of every creature. Read on.
Verse 16. For by him were all things created.
See that about who? Yahweh. Yahweh. And his name should be declared throughout all the earth in the times coming now. Trying to tell you, man, don't lose your faith. Your faith, right? Do not lose it, man. Keep it. Keep it. Don't lose it. I know you can't see Yahweh, right? But he's here. He's here. And he's in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
He's right here. He's the Most High. It's like this. You can't see the everlasting kingdom, but it's going to come. And when it comes, it's going to come just like that. It's snap of things.
Right.
Read on.
That are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be throne or dominion or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
See that? And Donald Trump don't know, but his spirit do, man. Listen to what people say. I'm trying to tell you, man. Someone can be talking to you in the spirit, but you don't know, you don't understand.
Right.
Donald Trump knows, man. He knows. That's why they created that military space, outer space. He knows it. His spirit knows it, man. And these last days of time, you don't be afraid of the coronavirus, right? Don't be afraid of that. Now, why do I say you shouldn't be afraid of the coronavirus? Give me my own preset. Because the course is in the Bible, it's right in the Bible. Now, I give y'all a second to get it. See y'all. Like it, brother. If you see me one more time on this, please. Hey, go on. Somebody give me my preset. You shouldn't be afraid of the coronavirus. Go ahead.
Paraphrasing, sir, fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
No, I need disease to be in your testaments.
Come on.
And of course, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but I need to bring it to the point. Okay, and it was written in the Bible. Okay, but where? Now, I give y'all a minute to get it. Okay? Give y'all a minute to get it. All right? Like if I tell you about, you already have it there right now, but you can sit the rest of the stuff back there and after class, we'll bring it back. Okay? No sweat. I give y'all a second to get it. If you go online, go ahead and chat it. I appreciate it. Go ahead and chat it because the course is in the Bible. The course is in the Bible, but where? Someone show me where it's at. Someone show me where it's at. The course is in the Bible. You see, everybody's afraid of the coronavirus. Every single body is afraid of the coronavirus, right? Why are they afraid? They are afraid, and they Yedaya said, because they fear the coronavirus, but they don't fear Yahweh. Time after time and after time, the Lord has showed forth his wrath and his anger and his strength and his terribleness. And the problem is that that's not enough for people to realize the truth. It's just not enough. Like everybody is so afraid of the coronavirus, but they still get high, still smoking loose, still having sex with whoever they want to have sex with, still popping pills and snorting cocaine. It takes a special brother and a special sister to really realize when you see something like that, to know that God created it. He created everything, every single thing. AIDS, HIV, herpes, God created it. For what? To destroy you. For when you do it. Go on, you die.
If I could I use an Ezekiel for what he said was sent pestilence?
Okay, let me hear that.
It's Ezekiel 28 and 23.
Uh-huh.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, verse 23. For I will send into her pestilence and blood into her streets.
All right, that's a good one. That's saying that the Most High going to send the pestilence. The pestilence fair. But I need to know why you should be afraid of the pestilence. Why you should be afraid of the coronavirus, of the diseases, and I need to you die.
Oh, just Psalm 91.
Psalm 91. Let's go there. See, I gave it to you when I saw that. Nice. Now I know it now, so give your die a hand. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Let's go to Psalm 91. All right. Now let's start at verse 1. You don't be afraid of nothing, absolutely nothing at all. Okay, you know, any fear, right? Any fear that's in your mind, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. If Yahweh is with you, then you have nothing to be afraid of. I'm not afraid of the coronavirus. God damn, even if you get it, the Lord still make you live through it, man. You understand me? Even if you look at the statistics with the COVID-19, right? The people that's dying of it are older women, older men. You understand? Let's go to Psalm 91 and verse 1. All right?
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High.
And what's that secret place of the Most High? Read on.
Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, right? Why is it important to be under the shadow of Yahweh? Why is that important? Yediah.
Because you're protected.
Right. Definitely protected. Anybody else? This is also why, right? If you are under the shadow of the Most High God, He is watching over you. You understand? You're under His shadow. Now, when He's not watching over you, now you have a problem. You understand? Now, if He ain't looking after you, then who are? You understand that, right? Satan, the oppressor, the white man. If you ain't under the shadow of the Most High God, if you ain't care, if the Most High ain't watching every move, and you want to know what kills me, right? When brothers and sisters be so upset because everyone is in your business, you better thank God we're in your business. You're under the shadow of the Most High God. We're going to make sure we are all up in your business. I'm watching everything you post on Facebook. I'm looking at everything. Every single thing, man. Everything you say, I'm listening to. When you're drunk or when you're not drunk. I'm listening to everything. You understand me? And that's God. That's the Most High God. You slip with your tongue or you do anything. Don't tell them, hey, you mind your business. That's my life. No, bro. No. If you ain't want nobody to mind your business, then you should have kept your ass in the world. You understand? We're going to mind everything that you do. Every move you do, every place you go, we're going to keep an eye on it to protect you from yourself. Because you are under the shadow of the Most High God, which goes to show that men are watching you. It's a close eye on you. You know, it's a real close eye on you. That's being under the shadow of the Most High God, Yahweh. Read on.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. Go ahead.
And from the noisome pestilence.
And from the what?
The noisome pestilence.
The coronavirus. You don't got to worry about nothing. What the hell are you afraid of? You're afraid of the coronavirus when you're supposed to be serving the Most High God, Yahweh. Read it again from the top. Go back up to verse 1.
This is the book of Psalm 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress.
Hey, bro, you give me 1 John 4:18. Read on.
Come. My God, in him will I trust.
He said, my power, whom will I trust? Listen, even when things get rough or when things get hard, I'm trying to tell you, God, in the hands of my enemies. Because at least you know God will give you another chance. You know that, right? People know that all the time. God will give me another chance. God will be with me. I know God is so merciful. God got me. Well, guess what, man? Your enemy ain't gonna be merciful, man. When they put you in jail for 30 years, at least God gonna let you up out of jail. At least he'll kill you and give you a second chance at life. If that ain't mercy, I don't know what is mercy, Akim. I don't know it. Read on.
Come. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snail of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Listen, don't be afraid of no coronavirus. Right? Be afraid. Listen, man, I saw. Man, oh, man. Listen, I'm seeing Uber drivers, man. They got a full-out mask on. Full-out masks on everywhere, man. They got masks on, you know. No, of course, you know, you wash your hands and all that. I understand that. Damn. Some people, man, they wash their hands about 2-3 times a day. You understand me? Because they know God ain't with them. They know that it is a possibility that they can die. And if you have that in your mind, then maybe you deserve to die. And here, we don't fear the coronavirus because we fear Yahweh, who has created the coronavirus. Let me get 1 John 4:18.
Oh God. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love.
Read that again.
There is no fear in love.
Read it again, nice and loud.
There is no fear in love.
See that? Real love, you won't be afraid of nothing. You won't be afraid of the coronavirus.
Right.
You won't be afraid of it. You know, you go to work, right? Listen, I'm going to work. Yeah, I'm working. You understand me? No one going to stop me from going in because I know what. We just read it. I know that the shadow of your house is upon me. You understand? And read it again from the top right bottom.
There is no fear in love.
There ain't no fear in real love. Read on.
But perfect love casteth out fear.
Read that again.
But perfect love casteth out fear.
But perfect love casteth out fear. The hell are you afraid of anything? Let me tell you why you're afraid, right? Because you won't face it. That's why you're so afraid. Like anything, like it's only one way to overcome your fear. You have to face it. Or if you don't face your fear, then you will always be afraid. And it could be anything. You know, it could be having sex with your woman. It could be you wanting to go get high. But you know you don't want to get high, but you go do it anyway. Because you're so depressed or you're so stressed out. You're so fearful. Stop giving a damn so much. Perfect love casteth out fear. You only afraid because you ain't doing something right. And you better believe it. I'll wait for it. I'll wait. I will wait for it to come out. You understand that, right?
Come.
I'll wait. Like anything. Give it some time. It come out. Give your woman time. It come out. Right. Give it some time. You'll see. I give you some time. And we shall see. We shall see. Read it again from the top.
Oh God. There is no fear in love.
There ain't no fear in real love. Let me get Proverbs 1:7. Yediah. Read on, iBud.
Oh God. But perfect love casteth out fear.
You gotta be afraid of nothing, man. Listen, man, I went on not Isaiah, but Jeremiah. When he was a young man, he was afraid to speak. Right? When the Most High God came upon Jeremiah and he said, "Don't say that I'm a child or I'm not ready to speak." He said, "Speak the words that I'm telling you to speak." Like that officer's test, right? You want to speak on the topics that's on that test. Just do what I'm telling you to do. And be afraid. Don't be afraid at all. That's our fear. You never know. Maybe that demon on you know. Man, you may get up on that podium and raise the goddamn dead. And he don't want it. He don't want that to happen. So he fill your mind with so much fear, you're ashamed to see your grandmother, your father, your daddy, your mother, and now he fills your mind with so much fear. Now, brother, you don't even know, man. He's taken away from your greatness. The Lord said, perfect love casteth out fear. Shouldn't be afraid of nothing, knowing that you work for the man who created life and death. Let me get Proverbs 1 and 7.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Read that again.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Everyone fears the coronavirus. Everyone is just afraid, man. They wipe it down everything. Go to the old supermarkets, man. You can't find no toilet paper. They selling the masks on Amazon for like triple, quadruple price, man. You understand? Everyone is afraid. Right. Imagine if everyone feared Yahweh like that.
Right.
Then maybe we'll be in a better place. Maybe.
Right.
Read on, Yediah.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Read that again.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Fools will despise wisdom and instruction. Don't fear the coronavirus.
Right.
Fear Yahweh, the Most High God, who has created the coronavirus. Like he created HIV and AIDS and herpes and every disease that's out today, the flu, he created that. He gave the voice to the angel. He gave him the order. Fear God, man.
Right.
You understand? The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. Now, with that being said, right? It's only one way you're going to overcome your fear. You got to face it.
Right.
You got to face it, man. You have to look yourself in the mirror and face it, or that fear will overcome you. And like anything, time, it will take you away. It's either you take that fear away, or I'm telling you, and you'll know that I'm the prophet of the Most High God. It's either it's going to take you away, you're going to take you away, or it will take you away one day. And with that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to the priest and officer, Bazar.
Provide one more head. There's an I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under Commander General YAHANNA. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court it. The brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can read about this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verses 21. Also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. My Ishua means 10 for Hebrew. 10% of of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department, priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, up and coming holy convocation is the Passover. We knew from yesterday's show, Commander Gen.YAHANNA said he would let us know when we would have the Passover. Just remember to do what you need to do as far as, canceling your tickets, canceling your hotels, and just make sure you check up on it again that following month. All right? Announcements. Remind Akim and Akbar to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother and sister, if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, try to wear all black, boots, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I imagine she needs to step up. Right? Come on, sir. Which means turn to face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer. You'll read about this in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 8 and 13. Repeat after me. I shall bless your mic. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. In earth. In earth. As it is in heaven. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debt. Forgive us our debt. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the power. And the glory. And the glory. So be it. So be it. This is the account, the power, be that to me. Yahweh, I Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power. Please give us the power to live. Power to live. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. Power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. So big. It's the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, I Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So big. This is the blessings. Repeat after me. Barakatah Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh God. And Mike. And the angels. Commanding General, the general, the captains
In the name of I.S.U.P.K. In the name of I.S.U.P.K. Thank you.
So big. Soft, which means turn. Men of Israel, we're going to get a brother's a courteous salute. Men of Israel, I mighty Shabbat. I mighty Barak.
Yahweh by Yahweh
Yahweh, sorry, which means turn. Sisters, I mighty, which means to stand. You want to make sure your feet at a 45-degree angle. Your right hand over your left. Have your head covered also with your head back. Men of Israel, we're going to get a sister a courteous salute. Men of Israel, I mighty Shabbat. I mighty Barak.
Yahweh Shabbat, Allah by Yahweh.
Yahweh, class dismissed.